Hi, Karl. You're on with Simone Perry with Good News Broadcast.
Okay. Good morning, Simone.
Good morning. So tell us, how can home owners, what's the best way to do the do-it-yourself projects? What's the best way to have a good workstation and great tools? What should we be doing?
Both of those things you mentioned are a great idea, but I think a lot of people listening in to the program are thinking, well, where do I get started? And I think the tip I'm about to share with you is just so important with just about everything we do in our lives these days. But with the home improvement world, it's all about organisation. Being organised is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And when it comes to doing work around the house, it's all about having a visual understanding of what the end result's going to look like. So as a result, you need a good plan, or if it's like a toy box for the kids, for example, you're just building out of plywood, sketch it up. Even if it's a thumbnail dipped in tar, at least you can visually see what it looks like, and you might look at it and think, well, that's cool. Actually, it's a little bit. Let's make it smaller. We need a couple of hinges, a couple of handles. Oh, let's make it mobile. Let's put 4 casters, wheels on the bottom, and then we can create a material list. We can then kind of create a budget because we can price off our drawing. And if we've got enough money to build it, we can then utilize that material list, fax it out to 6 different suppliers, and get the cheapest price, make one trip to the hardware store, not 10, and I think that's a perfect way to start. That, by being organized, it prevents a lot of arguments, it prevents the frustration, and it makes the project go by so much quicker.
Karl, what are some tools that you must have when you're doing home design and do-it-yourself projects?
There's a lot of great tools out there, but we're very lucky these days, Simone, with what's available, and technology's changed considerably just in the last 5 years. So for very little money, you can pretty much get a full kit when it comes to the cordless tools, like, the cordless drill, the cordless circular saw. All of these tools are great. You can get them in a box or a bag, and you've got a great selection. And then you're looking at certain hand tools. You need a good set of wood chisels, an oil stone to keep them sharp, screwdrivers, wrenches, all these basic tools. And what's cool about it is that when you get started, you just want to keep adding to it. And every project's different. So you might be doing a project and think, hey, I don't have a jigsaw, but I could really use a jigsaw. They're quite inexpensive now to buy. If there's a tool you need, let's say, for example, a jackhammer, because you're ripping up the concrete patio at the back, you can rent the tools. Put that against your tax at the end of the year. So there's always a method for the madness. But I always advise, invest in the best tools you can, because, they'll look after you, you look after them, and it's a good investment that'll last a lifetime.
Tell us more about Grant's Real Stories and the contest that's taking place.
Well, this is pretty cool, actually. I'm in New York City right now, and I'm a judge for this particular competition. We want to give one of your listeners $10,000 towards the next DIY project. And how to do this is that I want to get some real stories from your listeners. We call it the Grant's Real Stories Contest, and it's all about projects that stand the test of time. It's very easy to enter. It's free to enter. And all I have to do is give me a story about a particular project they've built. It could be they may have restored a car. They could have built some furniture for the family. It could have been a home remodel. It could have been an absolute drama with a kitchen remodel.